everybody, and welcome to Crystal's Place, the place where real people come to talk about real things. Today, I have with me the founder and executive director of the organization Kids Against Bullying, Gangs, and Violence, Christina Roberts. Hello, Christina.
Hello, Crystal.
Hi. I'm awesome. Thank you. Welcome here on today.
Thank you.
I know that you're extremely busy, but I'm so glad that you could take a moment to meet and talk with us today about your organization. So tell us, what is Kids Against Bullying, Gangs, and Violence?
Okay, well, Kids Against Bullying, Gangs, and Violence, we are a nonprofit organization.
Okay.
And basically what we try to do is go into the community, grab our kids, try to save our kids, make sure our kids understand that they're not in this fight alone. We try to basically put them up with other kids that's doing positive things in the community. We have this thing that we say, what you feed shall grow. So what we're trying to do, again, is constantly feed and pump into them positive images of how who we are as black people, and not how people think that we are or how we should act in a community. Or we try to basically bring different things to life about their talents and their dreams, and make sure they stay afloat and not be discouraged and just drown in what's going on in our city streets.
So what, you think that mom and dad don't do that? I mean,
yes.
Come on.
Oh, yes, but it's also a saying that it takes a community to raise our kids. So at the same time, when my child leaves my house with the morals that I teach them, when they go to the store, guess what? They're going to be taught by what's going on in the store, also by the music that they're playing, the different language. If it's bad language, we all have a hand in raising our kids. We all have a hand in it all.
So since you brought up that issue about the music and everything, and the impact that has, do you really think that the music has an impact on kids and gangs and bullying and even violence?
Everything has an impact. Yes, everything. Music has an impact.
So if I'm listening to Beyonce, or I'm listening to, whoever I'm listening to, right? Because back in my day, we was like, what, Run DMC, Public Enemy. We was fighting the power.
Exactly.
But I'm saying nowadays, what you think, that actually if I'm standing out there listening to my little CD player and stuff, I'm chilling with my friends, that could possibly make me want to go and do something bad?
Oh, yes. Not so much as, yes, depending on what you're listening to, the music influence you. If you have a favorite song, a favorite artist, you're going to idolize that person. It's something about that individual that you idolize. So therefore, when you idolize something, you want to be like.
Okay, so you guys step in and you're saying, listen, hey, if you're going to idolize something or someone, then this is the road you need to go down.
Exactly.
And to stop what you're doing and look for another avenue outside of.
Exactly. Or you can like Beyonce, or you can like any type of music that you want, but understand that it's entertainment. It's music. What you see on the videos is not real, and what you're living, the day-to-day, this is reality. And how you live your life now sometimes determine your future. And we want them to know that they have a dream inside, and we try to uplift them and understand what their dream is and to live their dream.
So why Kids Against Bullying, Gangs, and Violence, and why you?
Okay. I was chosen. I was chosen. And for those who believe in God will understand that. I didn't open up the paper and say, today I want to do this, what can I do? It came to me. I've always been the type of person that felt as though right is right, even as a young child. I never understood it. I had times where I would cry to God and ask God, why me? Where I would cry and be so sensitive about situations, but never understood why. Until I got older and I understood it was a reason, because I have a calling. I have a calling to step in and try to do whatever I can. I'm not a savior. I have my faults. I'm not perfect at all. But at the same time, whatever I can do, I'm going to do it. And our kids are our future. They don't have a voice, or should I say they do have a voice, and it needs to be heard. In order for their voice to be heard, sometimes it takes a person to put them in front of the mic so they can be heard.
Okay, and you're that person.
Me and you.
All right.
My committee.
All right.
We all play a hand in it.
All right. And so you mentioned your committee. How many of you are there?
Right now it's 12.
It's 12.
It's 12.
That's a good number.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So there's 12 of you. And so what is it that you've done thus far? And what is it that you're looking to do as you move forward?
To make it short and simple, what we have done thus far. Every day, if you are a part of Kids Against Bullying, Gangs, and Violence, it's something that we do every day, whether we pull a child to the side and say, hey, beautiful, to a young woman. Because sometimes, believe it or not, a young child may not ever hear, you're beautiful. So therefore, now we're doing our job. Again, it is to always encourage our kids, you know, and again, I didn't come here to even get emotional. I just know what's out there. I hear the stories. I get messages from parents and kids, and I see it in their eyes, and, you know, and I feel what's going on. But it's like, if you are a part of Kids Against Bullying, Gangs, and Violence, you have a mission every day, and you don't set out to do it. It comes to you. Again, so we've done different things where we've gone to the schools where we think we're coming to teach them, and they've taught us. You know, we talked to different kids. We told them basically, follow your dreams. And this is so important. Again, we think that we're going to kids and we're going to tell them how to live their life, and we're going to teach them. Kids will teach you every day. Live your dream. This young man said to me, no. He shook his head so hard. Had to be about 6 years old. No, and what do you say? No, baby. Yes, you can. If I tell you to live your dream, you know what to do as an adult. He said, I have nightmares. Talk about crush. My heart. So, again, we take for granted, too, that our kids understand what we're talking about. And it's up to us. Again, I took for granted that this child and other kids understand what I say when I say, follow your dream, live your dream. You can do this, you can do that, be your best. But a lot of times our kids needs to be broken down to them exactly what we're saying to them. And we take for granted that they understand, and a lot of them do not. So we telling a child to follow their dreams. This child could be thinking about going to school to shoot someone. You get what I'm saying? So at the same time, I didn't go to school for this. God brings different things to me, different situations. It's called coincidence. And they say that God's winking his eye at you so you can understand what it is. So as I'm going into the schools and the community, I learn every day. I know what direction I need to go. I know what steps I need to take. So I don't know. I really don't know. And I can't say, well, this is what we're going to do, because every day it changes. It changes in the demand of where we need to go every day.
Well, you had not too long ago the Yes You Can Awards ceremony where you actually honored different kids in the community, you know, for doing different things, from the Good Citizen Award to Artistic Award. It was just basically your way of just saying you are special, you are loved, and it wasn't any like one or two particular kids. I was there. You had a wide gamut of children. It was a wonderful event. So why an event like that?
Why not?
Okay.
If you can tell me why not, then I can give you a lot of reasons why. I debate too. No.
But, against the bully. Okay.
Kids. No. Kids are special.
Right.
I was a child once before. We all were. And I can remember one time, and of course there's different things in my life that has brought awareness to what areas I think I need to touch on until it's been brought to me otherwise. And I remember being in school, and a teacher said to this one little girl, "Oh, you look so nice today." And I was right there. So as a child, you hear a teacher saying something to one kid, and then you ask yourself, well, what about me? You have to understand the words that are said around our kids affect our kids. And sometimes, again, they're never told that they're special. They're never, their talents is never acknowledged unless they're in sports, unless they're a singer, a dancer. But we all are created different, and we all have special gifts. I can't do some of the things that these kids can do. You know, I can't. You know, I have my own talent, and that is it. But they need to be recognized for who they are. And they need to understand that they can do and be whomever they want to be. They can do it. They don't have to be stereotyped. They can be whoever they want to be. And I want to be a part of their encouragement.
Okay. And sometimes, too, you know, the kids need to understand that even though some things may be happening, because to my surprise, in just reading the news as of late, like, kids are killing themselves just behind kids bullying them. Like, really? Is it that bad? I mean, I didn't realize just how serious it was until not too long ago, and I'm reading, you know, kid kills himself because these kids was calling him fat every day. I'm going to get you when I see you. Like, really?
It's that serious. It's that serious. And, again, the sad part of this is that you hear stories from the parents. I did everything right. My child was picked on. I went to the principal. I did this. And my child felt as though I failed them. As a parent, it's it does you, oh my God, it cripples you to know that you can't protect your child, that you feel as though, that your child feels as though that you can't protect me and you let me down. Now trust me when I tell you, it's about the kids and the parents, because the parents go through just as much as these kids are going through. But the fact that a child feels as though that there's no way out is very serious. When they go to an adult tells them to go sit down.
Yes.
Or if they are a boy. Now, again, try being a young man and another man or somebody saying, man up, man up. Mm-hmm. Boys aren't supposed to cry. What? So, we could be here for hours. It's deep. Mm-hmm. It's deep. Our kids feel as though that there's no one there to help them. Mm-hmm. There's no laws to protect them. Mm-hmm. They may even get it at home, where they feel as though that they're being bullied at home, then they get bullied in school, and there's no one, they see nothing. They see no hope. They see no help. And again, and this is where we coming in at. Mm-hmm. If we can allow kids to build up some type of self-esteem, it's a level of self-esteem. In life, it gets broken down, but we're trying to build it up so don't get to the point where it's low and you feel as though there's no point of return. Mm-hmm. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even as adults, it gets broken down.
Correct.
And it's our job to try to build the self-esteem up to help withstand everything that they're going to go through in life. Everything, because we cannot hide from it. It's there. We can't hide from it.
And it's always good to have good people that you could talk to. I like to say, when I was in the first grade, and I went to private schools my whole life, I was in school, and every day for a while, the principal of the school would come into the classroom, and he would come to see our teacher, right? And so he would come in, and he would walk past my seat, and I sat, like, my chair was this way, my desk was here. He would walk past me every day and take his foot and kick me right in my right, like, thigh area. He would take his foot every day and kick me. No one else in the class did he do this to. The teacher never said anything about it. I never said anything about it because I'm thinking, what am I going to say? This is the principal of the school. This is my teacher. These are people who I'm supposed to be able to trust and that my family let me go to see on a regular basis. I never said anything until one day when my mom was getting me, cleaned up and stuff. It had got to a point that there was a bruise that was on my leg. And God bless the dead, my uncle Phil and my mom and my grandmother, everybody went to the school, and by the time they got done turning it out, he wasn't putting his foot on anybody else, let alone even thinking about it. I'm saying that to say that it's not even only the kids that's out there mistreating the kids. No. We have to be, as parents, aware of what's going on in the schools. We have to take the time to see who the people are that are educating our kids, the kind of groups and stuff that our kids are dealing with, right? Because the bullying and stuff or the violence, it doesn't even stop on the kid level. It could even be on the adult level.
It does. It goes to the adults. If a child is growing up bullying somebody and they feel as though that, hey, I can get away with this, you become accustomed to life, good and bad. So if it's different things that you're accustomed to and you do every day, it becomes you. I'm a firm believer of that. Because if you say thank you every day, you're going to say it without even thinking.
Right.
You open the door for somebody, you're going to do it without even saying, it's just natural.
Right.
So if you become this person, you're going to grow into that person. So yes, it starts even with kids to an adulthood. Yes, that adult bully was a child bully. Yes.
Well, Christina, you know what? Thank you so much for being here on today. If anyone wants to get in contact with you, with Kids Against Bullying, Gangs, and Violence, how can they do that?
Well, we have an email address. It's it's BGV. It's in alphabetical order. Bullying, Gangs, and Violence @gmail.com. Again, it's kidsagainstbgv @gmail.com.
Awesome. And are there any closing words that you'd like to leave everybody with before we close out for today?
Yes. How many minutes do we have? Because it's a lot. Cut it short? Okay. My closing remarks.
She want to take up the whole time,
yes,
America.
I do that too.
Talk, child.
Basically, talk to your kids. Develop a relationship with your kids. Allow your kids to understand that they can come to you about anything. And the reason why that's important is because once they feel as though they can't come to you, they're going to keep it in. And then if they feel as though they have to keep it in, they're going to act out. And then once they act out, sometimes there's no point of return. So again, I say to the parents, please develop some type of relationship with your kids. And if any kids are out here listening, please stay encouraged. My email account, is kidsagainstbullyinggangsandviolence@gmail.com. If you feel as though you need to talk to someone, I will not judge you at all. My email is always open. God bless.
Thank you so much, Christina, again, for joining us here today. I wish Kids Against Bullying, Gangs, and Violence all the best in your efforts as you move forward. We thank God for such a wonderful organization for you, for your 12-person committee right now, which I'm sure will grow as time goes on, and for the efforts that you've done. I'm Crystal Feliciano. Thank you for joining us here today at Crystal's Place. We'd always, as always, we want to thank Dress Barn Woman here at 1029 Whitehorse Avenue in Hamilton, New Jersey for having us. Again, we thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. See ya.